I would like to talk about Quanah Parker. Quanah was a Comanche chief who lived in the 1800s, died in the early 1900s. His mother was Cynthia Ann Parker, a white woman that was captured by the Comanches. And the chief of the Comanches, Nakona, fell in love with her and married her. And they had 3 children. One was Quanah. One was Prairie Flower. And the other was Pecos. Pecos died young. And I believe Prairie Flower died young also. And Quanah, it was prophesied when he was born that he would be the greatest Comanche chief and that he will never lose a battle, ever. Although he did lose one. So the prophecy was 99% true. But anyway, I became fascinated with him when I started channeling him and learning more about him and about his ways and about how he would think and how he would relate to the people that I was channeling him for. I started channeling him back in the early 90s. In fact, I would channel on 11/11 each year, November 11th, and with a group, and I would channel all night long. And Quanah would be one of my favorites to bring into focus. He was funny, or is funny. He makes people laugh. People began to totally love him, almost worship him. Some people even drove out to Oklahoma to where he was buried and to visit a house that he lived in. It was a 5-gable house. It had a 5-star symbol on each gable, which the house was given to him by a 5-star general who put the stars up there to remind him who gave him the house. Probably. But anyway, Quanah is very interesting, and I still channel him to this day, especially when I do large groups, because he gives everyone in a group a reading. And they always go away with something. In fact, he'll answer any question they ask. Doesn't care what it is. When he answers people, he will say, "Oh, I don't know that question. But hang on, I'll jump on my pony and I'll ride off and get the answer. Okay, I'm back." That's how fast he claims his pony is. Naturally, in the spirit world, I guess it could be pretty fast. But he comes back with the answer, no matter what. I've never had anyone say that the answer was wrong. So I find it fascinating, even though I'm sort of in a trance and, I'm kind of out of it. I don't remember what's going on. It's like when you're a little child and your mother, father haul you off to a friend's house and you're a little kid and you're tired out at the end of the day and you fall asleep on the floor and you hear people talking in the background and laughing and they're talking, they're saying something, but you're half asleep and so you can't really focus on what they're saying. You just hear it. And so when I'm in a trance like that, that's the way I am, like that little kid laying on the floor. I'm aware of it, that he's talking, I'm aware that he's saying something, but it's hard for me to focus on. I can't get connected with my body enough to understand what he's saying. But they tell me when it's over. Anyway, a couple of months ago, I believe it was in October this year, 2005, I went on a little trip to West Virginia to meet some friends. And we stayed in a campground. And we stayed in a cabin. There was 5 of us. Man, it was cold there. It was so cold that we had to sleep in front of a fireplace. All 5 of us. Nobody, there was extra rooms, but no one would go in the room. It was too cold. Because the only heat we had was a fireplace. It was at the end of our season. But it was fantastic. It was West Virginia's a beautiful state. Everyone should visit it because the mountains go straight up and straight down. They don't stretch out at all. They just go straight up. It's different than any place I've ever been. And I had brought along my laptop. So one day I got the laptop out and I sat down. And all of a sudden, Quanah came to me. So instead of writing, I just sat there and he started to tell me about a prayer that he wanted to give me. It's his prayer. In fact, I even titled it in the beginning, Quanah's Prayer. But then I ultimately changed it to the Song of the 6 Directions. Because basically that's what it is. You could say it's a prayer, but it's also a meditation. Or it's just a beautiful saying for inspiration and upliftment. And it goes like this. May we peek into the winds of the east and seek good health. May these same winds lift us up into the high heavens and let our hearts speak softly. Let the voice of peace flow to us from the west into our ears so that we can become peaceful and loving. Let these same winds fill our hearts with song so that we may heal ourselves and heal the earth so that we may continue to reap her abundance of food and shelter. May the blessings of love flow to us from the winds of the north so that we may be in harmony with all our brothers and sisters of the earth. And let love flow into our hearts so that we may heal the waters and mountains. Let the winds of the south bring us prosperity and good health. Let us become sincere with our brothers so that we can promote good health and prosperity. And let these winds flow from our hearts to the animals of the earth. As the sky above, let our spirits soar with the eagles, so that our conscience can be clean like the heavens and as mighty as the gods. The winds carry us upward and onward into the clouds and to the stars. And finally, as the earth below, let us feel our feet deep inside of Mother Earth, so that she can continue to love us and bless us. This is my song of the 6 directions. As I tap against my heart, I feel the spirit of the winds flowing through my veins from the 6 directions. I am now spirit of the wind. I am spirit of the rain. I am the wind. I am the rain. I am you and I am me. Father Sun, Grandmother Moon, Mother Earth, and Grandfather Sky smiles on us.